Hey everyone, Ethan from Planned Right here. Doing a bit of a shorter video today, a little bit different. We just got back this week from being out of town for a little while, so I haven't been posting anything. Just enjoying Thanksgiving and the holidays. So anyways, I wanted to go over a little bit something that I know a lot of people have questions about, or things that people may not be thinking about before going into a build. Whenever I get contacted by anybody for any project, the first thing I ask them is what's the address of the property and where are you looking to build? Now, this is more in reference to additions or new builds on the property, additional like casitas or garages, not necessarily a new build home on a dirt lot. So I ask that because I want to find out first, can we do this project? You may be excited and wanting to do a real nice big RV garage, but you may not have any room on your property. Your municipality may deny permits. So my first task is to make sure that, hey, we can build this, and then we can talk further, because I don't want to tell you, yes, let's do it, take your money, and then a few months later we find it you can't build and you wasted a lot of money and time with me. Not what either of us want to go through. So what I'm going to show here is how I find that out, and something that you could figure out yourself too in case you're curious. So we're going to focus more on Maricopa County right now. It's a lot easier to find out online from them what is and isn't allowed, what your setbacks are. It gets a little bit trickier sometimes with other counties. Maricopa has made it simple. So real quick, what we just need to do, first thing, just go ahead and look up Maricopa County assessor's map. Okay. So as soon as you Google that, search it, one of the first links should be the one we're looking for. Yep, so it's going to open up this big map. Go ahead and just click I acknowledge, hit OK. All right, so first off, you want to search for an address. I'm just going to zoom in and grab a random one, but if you're going to search an address, go ahead and type it up here on that top left. Unfortunately, sometimes you type in your address and it won't find it, so just kind of try different versions of it. Usually just type in the street to find it. If you still can't find it, you'll need to find it just by zooming in and looking. So we'll go into Queen Creek and let's grab this house. That's not even a house, so let's try this one right here. Okay, so we've got a house I just clicked. Address is 19685 East Via del Rancho in Queen Creek. So you can also, on the top right, if you click the little base maps option, the squares, I always go in and click 2021 aerials just to see everything, make sure I'm looking at the right house. Okay. So we found this house right here. You can see the blue line. It's outlining the property lines. So something that not everybody knows, your property lines are not at the street. They're not at the sidewalk. Depending on where you're at, it's pretty normal to be 25 feet from the center of the street. That's that right-of-way easement that makes the street. The streets are 15 feet wide, whatever it is. So usually you've got 5 to 10 feet between you and the street, or your property lines in the street. So just something to be aware of. And these property lines are usually where your setbacks start. Now, there are some differences there, or some other situations, I guess. We're not going to go into that. So first off, looking at this property, right here, it's 36,103 square feet. So it's almost an acre, not quite, a couple thousand short of, or 7,000 or so short of an acre. So we'll call it about an acre parcel in Circle G. Let's say that this client is looking to build a garage. Let's just put it here. They probably aren't going to try to put anything right here. I think most of us kind of know we're going to be too close anyways to that street for it to happen. Let's say they're going to add an RV garage right over here. They want it to be attached to the home. It's going to come out, we'll say 20 feet. And we'll say, yeah, starts at the front of the house, goes back 60 feet. We'll just throw out a rough number there. What you can do on that top left, what I just clicked, there's a little ruler. Click the line, and now you got a quick measuring tool. A quick tip here, the black, go ahead and change that to like a blue or a red. It sometimes can be kind of a pain to see the black text on the map. Anyway, so click, drag, whatever distance we need. So what I'll normally do is first off, take a quick look at the dimensions they're talking about. So they're coming over, we're saying 20 feet. A little narrow, but they know they're pretty close to the side. And then we'll go back 60-ish. I'll go a little less because I came in from the front. It doesn't really matter. I already know looking at this, we're clearly not going to have any issues with rear setbacks. In the front, we're not going to go past the front of the home, so we also shouldn't have problems. Okay, so we're about here. That puts us roughly 25 feet from the side. In my mind, I'm hoping we're good setback-wise, but we're going to make sure. So now let's go back, the little message icon. If you look in this list of information on the property, you'll have your zoning. So this is going to be the zoning code. Okay, so now if you want to find out what your setbacks are, we're in Queen Creek, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just search Queen Creek zoning code. Perfect zoning ordinance. We're looking here for that zoning ordinance. So click that. Now this is going to pull up Queen Creek's official full zoning ordinance, a few hundred pages usually. What we're going to do is we're going to search for that zoning code. So going back over here again, it's R135. Just copy it. Now, at least on PC, I don't know what it is for Mac, but you'll have a find key on PC. It's Control F. So Control F, find in page. You can see, actually, my head's in the way, so let me move myself. So over here, we have find in page. I'm going to paste that R135. All right, so R135, we've got 26 matches. What we're going to do is kind of tab through. Let me just go to the very top real quick. It jumped a little low. Okay, so we're going to kind of tab through and try to find the zoning breakdown. So, okay, we're getting closer. This now is breaking down the use case, so what you can actually build on the property. It'll tell you, for example, if you can do an accessory dwelling unit, like a casita. Okay, we're going to keep going because we're trying to find our setbacks. Look, look, look. On Queen Creek, it's right a little bit after those. Here it is. Okay, so now here are the dimensional standards for Queen Creek. These are all of your setbacks you're allowed, the minimum size of the lot, the minimum width and depth generally, your max lot coverage. So we're looking at R135, so right here in the middle, right? Go ahead and just zoom in a little bit, make it easier to see. So R135, 35,000 square foot minimum, that's perfect. Acre properties are almost always the one above that, R143, but they follow the same setbacks. Anyways, R135, highlight these. So we've got max lot coverage 25%. This is essentially under roof. So patios, of course the house, garage, gazebo. It of course isn't going to include an open concrete basketball court or something, right? So that's covered area. Max height, 30-foot tall max building. That's very normal everywhere. Very rarely is it anything higher than that. So now we've got our setbacks. 40-foot front setback, 20 on the side, 40 on the rear. Now, I'm not going to go into corner lots and their setbacks. If you have questions about that, you're on a corner lot, just go ahead and search corner lot. If you search corner lot on that bottom corner, in the zoning code, generally there are some general provisions, or at least even some diagrams showing what the setbacks should be for a corner lot. A lot of the time a corner lot setback is the front setback all the way around, so 40 feet from each property line against a street. So anyways, we've got 40, 20, and 40. So let's go back over here again. All right, so what I like to do is I like to measure the 40 feet, and I kind of sketch them out here. So 40 feet, okay, I get real close. It's not going to be very exact at all. Let's go 20 on this side. We're going to ignore the setbacks on the back and the other side because it doesn't matter here. Okay, so we've got 20 feet, and you can see I'm doing 2. The reason I do that is to kind of draw a line between the two of them, like that. Clearly these are very rough, but they're just going to let us know, are we good to go? Okay, so we're set. These folks here, whoever they are, their trust is named on the assessor's office map. Anyways, they can build 25 feet over, so we could go bigger. Say they were planning on 20 feet initially because they didn't know if they could go at 25. I'm going to let them know, hey, let's go a full 25. It's going to give you some more width for that RV. You're going to have more space, and we can go back as deep as you want. So we'll go 25 by 50, whatever it is. Perfect. Okay, so we know they're good to go. The other concern, if we had a much smaller lot, let's see if we can find something a little bit smaller. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. Here's some more standard lots, smaller. Yeah, we got about 1/4 acre lots here. Not small, but smaller. Just at first glance, there's clearly not very much space on the sides, so you can kind of assume, you know what, we're probably at our setbacks on the sides. We're not going to try to do anything here. But say we want to build onto the back of the house by a little bit. Okay. We have an R112 zoning code. Let's go back to the zoning ordinance. So R112, okay, our rear setback is 25 feet. How far do we have here? You're looking at this one? Sure, it's all the same. 25 feet. 25 feet. And then we'll draw a little line to attach. Okay, So I usually come in a little bit because of the roof overhang. We'll go out. We've got about 20 feet, almost 20 feet they could build out from the back. At least this probably porch area, right? This area, we know where they're set. If they want to do a little addition here, great. Now, say they want to build this entire thing out. Okay, next issue that I brought up earlier is lot coverage. This lot, R112, is allowed 35% lot coverage. Now there's a little 4. Scroll on down, look at 4. If there is a front porch, basically, if there's a front porch, you can add an extra 5%. If you're worried about the qualifying part, send an email or call at Queen Creek Zoning Commission, and they'll help you out in the Building and Planning Department. Okay, so we have a 35% lot coverage. Or sorry, I spaced a little bit. It was 35 or 40, right? Am I correct? Yes. Okay. Say they have a front porch. They've got a little one right here. We'll call it 40%. What I like to do is just kind of rough grab this. It's like an 85 by 80. Let's go ahead and pull the calculator out real quick. So 85 by 80, very roughly 6,800 square feet. And then this is roughly 15 by, we'll call it 65. So 15 times 65 plus the 6,800, we're around the 7,700 mark. So now you can look here, it'll give you that lot size, 14,000. So we're gonna be over, divide that by the 14,000. 55% lot coverage, not gonna be allowed. They're probably already pretty capped on lot coverage. So that's something else to keep in mind. Remember lot coverage, remember your setbacks. As long as you match both of those, then it's pretty likely you can build whatever you're looking to do. And now this differs for, or your zoning code will obviously differ for every municipality or county. If we just real quick, let's go into, let's go over here. Loading. So, all right, so we're in Gilbert, real long, narrow lots. It looks like these are actually, you know what, let's skip these. These are not gonna be regular residential lots. Here we go. Okay, let's grab this guy here. This is SF8 in Gilbert. It's loading, still loading. There it goes. Okay, so SF8, 9,000 square foot lot. Let's go ahead and look up Gilbert zoning code. I mistyped, that's okay. Land development code, residential design and development guidelines. You know what? Just to make this easier on me, you saying you can just Google it. I have them saved here. So let's go to our building code. It's in one of these. I have too many documents. Okay, it's not in this one. It's going to be our map. Okay. This is still probably the, oh yeah, it looks like I got it this time. All right, so we're scrolling down looking for still probably a graph like this, but numbers instead. Okay, yep, Gilbert changed it, that's right. So now what we're looking for right here, we've got SF8. It's giving all the information on what you can do on that lot. Our building setbacks, here we go. 20 foot front, 10 side, 25 rear. So 20, 10, and 25. If we measure it out, 20 feet. The front's basically already there. 25. We have some space on the rear, it looks like. They wanted to do a little extension, patio enclosure, whatever it is. Looks like it's going to be doable. 10 foot on the side, they're probably 15 to 20 feet right now, so yeah, 20 feet. So 10 foot's about there. So they've got all that area to build. Their lot coverage, I think it was, yep, so 45%, we'll call it lot coverage. Go ahead and use the little rectangle and get a real rough number here. Let's just grab that for fun. 50 by 50-ish, so about 2,500. So they are good to keep building. They've got square footage. I'm obviously just doing really rough, quick math in my head, but just so you get the gist of it, that's how this works. If you're trying to find out, can you do an addition? Can you do a casita, a garage, whatever it is? If you're in Maricopa County, even if you're not, go ahead and just search your county or your town's zoning code. Just Google that. Find it on their site. When you get into their zoning code, there may be something like this and you're trying to find the right one. That's okay. Click through a couple, find the right one. Keep copying and pasting your zoning code that you found on the map. And you'll find the actual setbacks that you're allotted. For like Pinal County, it's not quite as simple, but they still have what's called, well, municipalities have what's called a GIS map. So GIS map, that usually will break down all parcels and their zoning codes. anyways, we're going to cut it here. It's running a little bit longer than I wanted, but just wanted to give a real quick idea on how I check if we can do a build or not for you, and if you are curious as to whether or not you can do a build, this is how you do it. So anyways, another quick one. Enjoy your weekend and enjoy your holidays. We'll see you soon. Take care.